Morning everyone, and welcome to Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And it is about 5 o'clock in the morning, and we are here on Groundhog Day. And in about 2 hours, Punxsutawney Phil is going to make his prediction, and we're going to bring that to you, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Groundhog Day while we're here. Now, we've been up since 2 a.m. We had to actually stay in a hotel about a half an hour drive away from here through a serpentine, windy road, but we finally made it, and we made it with plenty of time to get here to see Phil's prognostication. And the actual event takes place here at what's called Gobbler's Knob, and it's a venue about 1.5 miles outside of the center of Punxsutawney, and it's like a fairgrounds. I think is about the best way to explain it. And I am given to understand that there's going to be 20,000 plus people here for the event this year. This is the 131st Groundhog Day. And boy, howdy, it's cold. It's not real cold. It's probably about 30 degrees out here. There's been some snow, but it's not snowing today, so we got kind of lucky in that. Now, for those of you from overseas or perhaps don't know the history, Groundhog Day was started in 1886. Essentially by a little club of guys here in Punxsutawney, one of whom was the local newspaper editor. And he published in that year's paper the official declaration, I suppose, that February 2nd would be Groundhog Day. Now, the event itself can be traced back to some very old Germanic traditions. I'm given to understand that it stems from a event called a Candlemas. Not really important. It is Groundhog Day as a holiday itself is an American tradition, started again in 1886 and here in Pennsylvania. And the idea is if the groundhog comes out and at dawn he sees his shadow, well, then we're due for 6 more weeks of winter. If he doesn't, then spring is right around the corner. Now, we've had a very mild winter, so I suspect that spring is right around the corner, but we'll see what Phil, the prognosticator of prognosticators, has to say this year. So come on, let's go inside here at Gobbler's Knob and look at some of the events. So if Groundhog Day never seemed like a really big deal to you, you've certainly never been to Punxsutawney. Punxsutawney is a city of about 6,000 people. And you can see behind me here these huge satellite dish trucks from the telecommunications companies that are broadcasting this. Apparently there's a live stream of this going on from what I saw. Maybe you saw it prior to seeing this video, but you can see they're parked 3 wide and 3 deep here with their satellite dishes going. So in a town of 6,000 people, this is a big deal every year. This is their big event for the year here in Punxsutawney. Now, the name Punxsutawney, I'm given to understand, comes from an old Indian word, an Unami word, which translates to land of the sandflies, or possibly land of the mosquitoes. But there is another Unami word, very similar, that it may be derived from, which means poison vine. So, depending on which word you chose, back in the time when the Native Americans settled here, this was probably a pretty hostile area with a lot of bugs and poisonous vines and things like that. It wasn't the nice settled area that you see today. But anyway, that's where the name Punxsutawney, and it's kind of a funny and difficult to pronounce name. That's where it derived from, is from the Indian language that was here when white settlers came to this part of the world. So anyway, yeah, it's a big deal here. Let's go down and take a look at the festivities.
Well, I remember when I was a lad, times were hard, things were bad. There's silver lining behind every cloud. Just more people, that's all we were, trying to make a living on the black lantern. We formed a band, this circle singing loud. Well, Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor. Me and little brother, we joined right in. Singing seemed to help the troubled soul. Well, one of these days it won't be long, I'll rejoin them in a song. Gonna join that family circle at the throne. Oh no, the circle circle won't be broken by and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor. Me and little brother were going riding in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
These folks have been here, a lot of them, partying since 3 o'clock this morning. The buses out of Punxsutawney that run down here to Gobbler's Knob actually start running at 3, or start running at 2, and this party starts at about 3 o'clock in the morning. So this is a huge ordeal for everybody, and they are still going strong. You can see they are really, really stoked about this. And we still got a couple hours to go before the actual event. So they are really, really hyped.
Hey! All right, by noise. Will he or won't he see a shadow? Everybody who thinks he will see a shadow, let's hear it. Shadow! That was loud. Anyone who doesn't think he'll see a shadow, let's hear it.
No shadow!
Holy cow, that's a 50-50 split if I've ever heard one.
I think so. I think we got to do it again.
You gotta do it again?
We got
6 more weeks! 6 more weeks! 6 more weeks! Yeah, it's like 6 of them, and then it gets weird. That's how it works. Hey, if you do, you're welcome.
What's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world, the inner circle of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club welcomes you this February 2nd, 2017 to Gobbler's Knob. Have you had a good time so far on your adventure? workers, his protector, and his families here tonight. Merle, Luke, Zach, and his grandson, Max. He's going to be helping us. All right, before I turn this over, I have with me 2 scrolls somewhere here. One reads spring, and one reads winter. We'll put those on the stump, and Bill will talk to Phil. So I want to turn it over to the president of the Groundhog Club, Mr. Bill Daly.
Thank you, thank you. I also want to introduce our 2 co-handlers here this morning, John Griffith, right here, and Ron Placha. Yeah. Every year, we come out, we tap 3 times on the door. This year, we thought it'd be great to have Bob Roberts' grandson, Max. Drop the cane, Max. What are you gonna do with that? You're gonna give it to me, right? Okay, Max, give me a big hug. Okay, good. Now come over and you witness what we're gonna do, Max. I want you to get up one here. Okay, Max, you're gonna be right with Phil, okay? Okay, so every morning, we want to wake Phil up. Phil is sleeping right now. So how do we wake Phil up? Phil, 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 Phil. Okay. Hey, for your own little history lesson, every president throughout Groundhog Day's history has carried this acacia wood cane. This cane has magical powers. It lets me speak in Groundhogese. Without this cane, I cannot speak it. So in just a few moments, we're going to get Phil out. Phil will either tell us we're either going to have 6 more weeks of winter, or we're going to have spring right around the corner. Who wants winter? Who wants spring? I don't know. Spring's winning out, but we'll see what happens. Are my handlers ready? Okay. AJ, we need to unlock the... Next year, AJ might be a co-handler. We're seeing if he can pass the test or not here today. He's got keys. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Handlers get Punxsutawney Phil out. I see him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see teeth. Oh. Come on, boys, we need something. He's squealing, he's hollering. Phil! Phil is feisty. Oh, hang on, guys, hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, Punxsutawney Phil. Okay, let's put Phil on the stump. It don't look good, guys. Yeah. Okay. Okay, big guy, come on. Look at me. Phil! Phil! What do you mean you don't like it? What? Okay, we got her. Ladies and gentlemen, he has made his prediction. Come on, we'll do it right here.
hear ye. Now this second day of February 2017, the 131st annual trek of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club before one of the largest crowds in the history of the Groundhog Day. Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers, prognosticator of all prognosticators, was awakened from his brogue to the cheers of his thousands of faithful followers. In Groundhogese, he directed the president, and the inner circled his prediction scroll, which reads, "At Gobbler's Knob on Groundhog Day, we celebrate a worldwide holiday. It's mighty cold weather you've been braving. Is it winter or is it summer you're craving? Since we've been up all night and starting to toddle, I, Punxsy Phil, shall not dawdle. My faithful followers, I clearly see a perfect, clear shadow of me. 6 more weeks of winter, it shall be."
He has spoken. I'm sorry. Ron still says he has some figures left. Folks, what we're going to do here, we're going to satisfy the media, get some pictures for them, then we will let every one of you here come up on stage and get your picture with Phil if you desire. We'll come up this way and we'll go back on that way, okay? In an orderly fashion. Thank you.
Well, you really have to experience this to fully appreciate the spectacle that is Groundhog Day in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. It's a way bigger deal than I ever thought it was going to be. Way more people here, fireworks and the whole bit. I don't know how I'm going to go ahead and cut this back together, but you'll have seen that by the time you see this segment here. So I'd like to thank you for joining us here in the Radio United States for Groundhog Day. Happy Groundhog Day, everybody. It looks like we got 6 more weeks of winter. I hope you've enjoyed this visit to rural Pennsylvania. If you got questions or comments, leave in the comment section below. I love hearing from all of you. If you're new here, hey, pick subscribe and come along for the adventure because we got lots more to show you. And as always, thank you for watching.